Okay, all right, so we're on lesson 7-6, I believe, right? I said? Yep, 7-6. All right, so continue to represent and explain subtraction with an equation. Here you go.
What do you see?
Those are puppets, little puppets.
You see puppets. How many puppets are there in all?
5, you see? Okay. All right, there's 5. Everyone agrees 5?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 5 puppets in all. How could you use counters to show a subtraction story about the puppets?
All right, so how can we use the counters to show that? What can we do, Ben?
They can to show that.
Okay, so there's 5 counters to represent the 5 puppets right now, right? Okay, so if some get taken away, what do we do with the counters? Right.
X them out.
We might X them out, or we could take them away, right? Move them aside. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they say.
You could use counters to show that there are 5 puppets in all. Then you could take away some counters to show subtracting. How many subtraction stories could you tell with 5 objects or counters? Think about this question as you do the activity that comes next.
Okay. All right, so we could end up doing a lot of different equations with 5, couldn't we? All right, so here we go. Let's see an example. All right, so drag the counters out of the frame to show subtraction. How many are left? So right now this is 5 minus 0, so we didn't take any out, would equal how many?
5.
5, right? So we didn't take any away. Okay, so 5 minus 1. Take away 1. Show me on your hands. You have 5. Take away 1. How many do you have left?
It's 4.
4. Okay. 5 minus 2. So take 1, 2. How many are left?
1.
How many are left? 3. Okay, so now we're going to do 5. Oh boy. Hold on. All right, 5 minus 3. So take 5, take away 3. 1, 2, 3. How many are left? 2 are left, right? Okay, 5 minus 4. So 5, take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are left? 1. Okay, and what if we took away all? Oh my goodness gracious. What if we took away?
That's doing.
Okay, what if we take away all 5? What do we have left? 0. Okay, so look at all those different problems we just did.
Now, look at these counters. What subtraction story do they show? These counters show that 2 puppets are taken away from the group of 5 puppets. How many puppets are left?
How many are left?
3 puppets are left.
Okay.
You can show this story by writing a subtraction sentence. 5 minus 2 equals 3. Name the sign that means subtract.
What is it sign? Everyone.
The minus sign
Minus.
means subtract. Name the sign that means is the same as.
Equal.
The equal sign means is the same as. What number tells the difference?
What number?
The number
3.
3 tells the difference. Now you have learned how to write subtraction sentences using minus signs and equal signs to show differences.
Okay. All right, guys. So get your name on top of this paper. All right, we're going to do this one together, our solver chair. So we have these puppets, right? Okay, so they're going to read us a little bit of a story. And then we're going to draw some counters to match the story. Okay, and then we're going to write our equation and fill in those blanks. All right, so listen up.
Marta has 10 puppets on the puppet stage. 4 leave the stage. How many puppets does Marta have left on stage? What number sentence can you write to solve the problem? Use counters or draw pictures to show your work.
Okay. All right, so how many puppets did she say that we have? Marta has how many, Juliana? 10. Okay, so there's 10 puppets. So I'm going to write the number 10 in right away. Because I know that that's going to be my whole, that's what we're starting off with is 10. All right, so let's go ahead and draw a line of 10 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They give us a nice big space so I can fit 10 in a row there. No reason to draw them itty bitty or really huge, okay? Draw them so you can see them. Draw 10 counters. All right. Now, what sign do we use to take away? What symbol do I use, Valentina?
Minus.
Minus. We're going to use our minus sign to represent that we're going to take some away. All right. How many did you say are going to leave the stage? Do you remember, Ben?
4.
4 is correct. So we're going to say minus 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and what are we going to do to show that we're going to take them away, Braden? Cross them off. So let's count them and cross them off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So clearly I have 4 taken away. So who can tell me now? Oh, first of all, what symbol do I use to show the same, what is it, as the same as? Okay, what is that I use before I find the difference? Okay, Jenna?
Equal.
The equal sign, okay? So right now I have 10 minus 4 equals. Does everyone else have that?
Yes.
Okay, what is the difference? 10 minus 4 equals what, Riley?
6.
6 is correct. And if you're not sure, of course you have to make sure you go back and count how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't need to count that.
That's great. If you can do it in your head, awesome. But it's always good to go back and check your work, right? Okay, go ahead and lift and turn the page. Find the picture from the video with the counters and the puppets. That'll kind of help you, let you know where we're at.
I can even flip it so I follow like a flip one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Include the bucket.
All right, so listen. They have everything crossed off for us today. How nice is that? All we have to do is fill in the matching equation. Okay? All right, so take a look at the first one. It says, have your students use counters to model the problem and write an equation to tell how many are left. Okay, so we're just going to use the pictures that are there to help us count everything that we see. So, how many puppets do they have to start off with? Remember, there's some already crossed off, but you still have to count all of them to start. So, how many are there all together, Jacob? How many are there? 6. So that's why 6 is first. So let's trace the 6, please. Trace the 6. All right, what comes next? 6. What do we use to show taking away, Riley?
1.
No. What do we do next?
Minus.
Minus. So trace the minus sign. And then how many were they taking away, Riley, you said?
1.
1. So there's 1 crossed off, so now we're going to write the 1. Okay, so 6 minus 1. What comes next, Evelyn? What symbol?
Equals.
Equal. So now we have to trace our equal sign. And how many are left then? What's our difference? 5. Very good. Equals 5. Okay, so this equation matches that picture right there. We had 6 puppets. 1 is crossed off, taken away. Now we are left with 5. Sounds good? Okay. All right. Number 2. First thing you have to do is what? What do we do? The first thing, Dean. What do we have to do? You raise your hand. What do we have to do first? How do we know what number starts? Not sure? Okay, Lena, what do we have to do?
We have to count how much are there.
How many dog puppets are there? Yes, so count all the dog puppets for me. How many are there? You know how many, Alina, already?
9.
7 is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7's our first number. So 7. Now we're crossing some off, so we have to take them away. What comes next, Ben?
Equal.
Equals goes here? No, not yet. 7 we have to take away. So what symbol do we use to take away?
Minus.
Minus. So 7 minus. All right, how many are we taking away? How many dog puppets, Juliana?
4.
Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, I see. So 7 puppets all together. Minus 4 are crossed off. What do we do next, Braden?
Equal.
Equals. And what's the difference? How many are left?
3.
Jacob? 3 is correct. Very good. All right, you guys see how we're doing this? Okay, you're missing a lot of things here. You need your equal sign and then the number that's left. Okay. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Thank you. Yes. Okay. All right, guys, go ahead and flip the paper over. Don't turn a page, just flip it over. Flip the whole thing over. All right, you're going to see some cat puppets. Okay? All right, remember, count how many we have all together. Let's start filling in these equations. Who can tell me what we're going to write here? Dean. 8. Okay, make sure you count before you guys raise your hands. I want the answer ready for me when I call on you, right? So 8. Tell me what's next, Juliana. Minus. Ben.
4.
4. Very good. 4 crossed off. 8 minus 4. Jenna.
4.
Well, I'm missing some. Equals. And then equals what?
4.
4. Very good. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. That's what we should have. That is correct. All right. All right, go ahead and try number 4. I want everyone to try to do those bluebirds. Write it in, and then we're going to do it together on the board. I want to see if we have the same thing. Remember, count all the bluebirds first. That's your first number. Count how many there are all together. Minus, come on, Ben, get started. Minus how many are crossed off, how many are being taken away. Then equals how many are left. What's the difference? Come on, Jen, I'm sorry. Write your numbers. The pencil's on top of your box when you're done so I can see how many of us are ready. Pencil's on top of your box when you're done. Did you write it all in, Ben? Write the whole equation? Okay, who wants to read it for me? Brayden, go ahead. No, Brayden, show me the bluebirds. I have to fill it in. Tell me what you have. 8. Minus, keep going. 5 equals 3. Very good. Who else has that? Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's move on to the little girl puppets down here. Same thing. Go ahead. Count how many puppets there are. Fill that in. Minus how many did they cross off and take away. Equals how many are left. Write it in for me. Good. Okay. All right, who wants to read me their equation? Who's ready? Well, I got a lot of hands. Good. All right, Alina, go ahead.
7.
Yep.
Take away.
So what we use the what sign though? Minus. Good. 3
Equals
equals
4.
correct. How many of you had that? 7 minus 3 equals 4. Fantastic. All right. Okay, go ahead and do the last one with the cats. Count all those cat puppets first. Write that number in. Take away. Use your minus sign, right? How many are there crossed off? And then how many are left? How many remaining? How many are crossed off? Careful. How many are taken away? How many are crossed off altogether? Try that again. How many are left? Careful. Go back and double check your work, guys. Some of us are counting a little too quickly. We're missing some. Guys, double check what you're subtracting and taking away. A lot of you are missing some of them. There's a top row and some in the bottom row too. So don't forget them all. How many are left? Equals how many? 3, yeah. All right, some of us are maybe rushing a little too much here. All right, Evelyn, what'd you get? Read it for me.
9.
Can you be a little louder? A little louder.
9
There you go. Minus 6
equals 3.
equals 3. Good. 9 minus 6 equals 3. Who has that? Wonderful. We're getting it. Okay. Let's look to turn. Go to the back.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Okay, so listen. This time you're on your own for the first three. We're gonna do the last one together. Remember, when they're blank, we'll do that together. Go ahead and do the boy puppets, the dogs, and the birds. Go ahead. Remember, count how many are there in all first. Minus, don't forget your minus sign. How many are to being taken away and crossed off? Count all the ones that are being crossed off. That equals how many are left. How many are not crossed off? All right. Move on to your next one. Double check, make sure you count correctly. Move on to the dogs. As soon as you're done, on to the dogs. Keep going. You're doing all three of these. Do the first three. Keep on. Do the first three. Charlie, keep on. Keep going, guys. Double check and count your work. Okay, how many are being crossed off and taken away? Eight. What goes here? How many are you taking away? Minus how many are crossed off? Use your big eraser. I don't you put a hole in that paper. Okay, keep going. Go to the birds. Go to the birds. Red birds. There you go. Make sure you guys go in the right order. Don't forget all the birds that are crossed off. What are you taking away? On those red birds, careful. Look at there's some in the top row and the bottom row that are crossed off. Don't rush. Find all the birds that are being taken away and subtracted. Good. Subtracted. There's an X on that one. Okay, guys got that one. What are you waiting for? Gonna do this one too? Gotta do them all. This is what you have to do on your own. I'm not supposed to be helping you with all of them. I'm just giving you some reminders. Okay. Alright, careful. How many are crossed off? Take the other one out there. Alright, everyone's good? Alright, remember, I'm not going to do those ones on the board. Alright, so you're on your own for those three. But number 10, I'm going to help you out. Ready? Okay, so here's what it says. Marta has 8 puppets for the show. 8. Okay, so let's go ahead, and that's our first number, 8. Go ahead and draw a set of 8 counters. Up, above, or below. You have all the space below. Maybe it's easier below. Draw a set of 8 counters. That's how many puppets we have, 8. Alright. So, she takes away some of them. We don't know how many. Okay? But then we're left with 5. So 5 is going to be the difference. So write that over here. So 8, what goes here in this symbol when we're taking away, Valentina?
It's not just that. It's that thing. I see something wrong on it.
On the iPad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take care of it in a minute. Thank you. But I want to know what's on here. 8 minus, or 8 minus blank, and then what's our other symbol that we need? What is it, Riley?
Plus.
No, we're not doing any plus. We're not doing any added. 8 minus blank. I'm looking what goes in here.
Equals.
Equals. There we go. Okay. So I need to know what is my missing amount. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, you need to be left with 5. So cover up and keep 5 counters, and then cross off the rest. Remember how we did that yesterday? And then you need to fill in the missing amount. Keep 5. Don't cross off 5. 5 have to stay. That's what your difference is. That's how many have to be left. Okay, so keep 5, cover them up, but then cross off the others that need to go away. that make sense? Cover up 5 counters that stay, and then all the rest of them have to be crossed off. Don't forget, however many you just crossed off, fill in that missing number. Fill it in. How many did you take away? All right, once you have your answer, I want you to raise your hand. I'm going to come grab this. You got to write in your missing number, and then we're going to go over it together on the board, but I want you to see how many of you can do that on your own first. Okay? Why do you have all this over here? No, here's that. We don't want that. We're not adding. We're not adding. So get rid of those too. We're not adding. You didn't cross them out here. Remember, keep 5 of them, and the rest have to be crossed off. So, okay, one more time. Keep 5, and then the rest have to be crossed off. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go over this last one together on the board, and then homework page. We're gonna do it now because we don't want any homework, do we?
No.
So we're gonna do that right away. Okay, I'm coming to grab it. So get your name on top of this, but we're gonna go over this last one together here. Okay, so real fast. Who can tell me, now that I have everybody, oh, I got names over there. Thank you. All right, so 8 minus blank equals 5. How many was I supposed to subtract and take away, Finn? 3. If I take away 3, do I still have 5 left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. All right, so 3 was the number we had to subtract. Who wrote 3 in there? Who took away 3? 3 was the right answer, okay? All right, we're gonna practice a little bit more now for homework, okay? So let's see how we can do this. We'll do this together. All right, so here we go. That one I can't pull up on the board though, so I'll try to write some of them together. I'll draw them up here. Okay, so up at the top, go ahead and let's trace that subtraction equation though up at the way top. 5 minus 2, I'm sorry, 5 minus 3. Oh, nope, we're not on the side yet. We're right here, where your name's supposed to be. 5 minus 3 equals 2. Oh, we'll stop. Okay, guys, it's computer time, so we're gonna stop. We'll do homework here after computer, okay? So you get a little break. Take a brain break.